Get on board for a financial ride. Stay tuned for Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents.
Welcome to the Eberly College of Business here at Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Hello, I'm Ralph Phillips, and welcome to Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents. Today we have the privilege of bringing you Dollars and Cents from the splendid campus of Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Joining me as always is the lovely and talented Amy Tattern. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Ralph, and thank you. All of us want the best for our children, and education will almost certainly play a big part in their future. This evening, Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents will take a look at how parents can plan for paying for their children's education.
That's right, Amy. A college education today and in the future can be a very expensive proposition. In fact, the average cost of a four-year in-state undergraduate degree is estimated at more than $14,000 in Pennsylvania. Our goal this evening is to shed some light on the different ways we can save for college and how to incorporate a college savings plan into your overall financial plan. It should be interesting. What do you think, Amy?
You know, Ralph, as a parent, there are so many questions that I have on this subject, and I can't wait to get started.
Well, Amy, when we come back, we'll do just that. Joining us will be financial aid expert William Srsic of IUP's Financial Aid Department. So stay tuned. Many people believe that as a financial advisor, it's my job to tell them what to do with their money. But that's really only half right. Before I can tell anyone what they need to be doing with their investable assets, they need to tell me what their assets need to do for them. At Kensington Financial Services, we believe that finding the right solutions start by asking the right questions and then actually listening to what people have to say. We also believe the best way to serve your financial interests is to take a genuine interest in you. For the past 10 years, Kensington Financial has enjoyed the privilege of working with our Kensington family of clients. In many ways, these people have become part of my family. That's the Kensington way, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you.
Don't wait until it's too late. Burglar, fire, hold-up, and medical alarms for your home, commercial, or industrial needs. Signalgraph Security is a local company that can provide you with the security and service you want. Signalgraph Security will custom design a system for your home or business at a reasonable price and provide you with prompt service when you need it most. At Signalgraph Security, you talk to the same people every time. So for all your security needs, and to save at least 10%, call Signalgraph Security, where your security is our concern.
Sponsored in part by Emeritus Variable Life Insurance Company, providing variable life and variable annuities since 1983. Emeritus Variable Life is a unified company.
Welcome back to Dollars and Cents. We all remember the movie Jerry Maguire, where Cuba Gooding screams at Tom Cruise to show me the money. Well, our first guest is one of the people whose job it is to show IUP students where they can get money for their education. Please welcome Associate Director of Financial Aid, Mr. Bill Srsic. Hi, Bill.
Hi, pleased to be here with you today.
Thanks a lot. Please tell us about your role here at IUP.
As the Associate Director of Financial Aid, part of our functions in the Financial Aid Office are to help students meet their educational expenses while they're here at the university. We help students in their application process and making arrangements for meeting their college expenses here at IUP.
And what are some of the main ways that students can obtain money for college?
The main way that students should be applying for financial aid is by submitting the federal financial aid application. The FAFSA form is a federal financial aid form that is available to assist students meet their educational costs. This is a financial aid application where the student is submitting the financial aid application to the federal processor. The federal processor then, based on the family's income and assets, processes the family's financial situation, forwards that information on to the college and university of the student's choice. When a student submits the federal financial aid application, they are automatically considered for funds through the federal government, through the federal Pell Grant program. Their aid information also goes to the Pennsylvania Higher Education Assistance Agency, and they are processed for a Pennsylvania state grant, also known as a FIA grant. So both federal and state grants are taken care of by the FAFSA form.
So it's a lot different from when I went to college longer ago than I want to admit, but it's a lot different. If memory serves me correct, at that time we had a number of different forms to fill out for state agencies and for federal agencies. Now there's just the one form?
Today there's just one application for financial aid, and the student and the family would submit just one application, and that application can be forwarded on to up to 6 institutions.
And when should parents start contacting the financial aid departments?
Students who are applying for financial aid would begin to do that during their senior year in high school. However, students should begin planning, and parents should begin planning for their college expenses probably around their sophomore, junior year in high school. At that time, they should begin to investigate the schools that they're interested in and the application processes through those institutions.
What other avenues exist for students to obtain additional funding for college? I'm thinking along the lines of public and or private scholarships, things like that.
We encourage all students to check with the institution itself. The colleges and universities in their catalog will have information regarding the scholarships that are available through their institutions. We also encourage all students to work closely with their high school counselors. Often in a local community, families and students can apply for financial assistance through local organizations, the local PTAs, the local clubs and organizations and sponsors of grants and scholarships to help students. Most colleges and universities have online facilities. A student can go on to the educational institution, look at the students' listings of, looking at the university's listing of scholarships that are available, the application processes that are required, the timing and the dates that are concerns to the students.
Do all scholarships include some sort of a GPA requirement? I mean, do you have to always be an exceptional student to apply for a scholarship, or are there purely needs-based scholarships or outside activities-based scholarships?
There are a combination of scholarships. Scholarships are sometimes based purely on family income. Other scholarships are based on membership of an organization such as a union or a member of a particular high school class or entering into a particular major. There are different requirements. Sometimes individual scholarships are looking at performance in the way of music, performance in the way of athletics. Some scholarships are based purely on academics, a combination of the College Board, the SAT scores, and the high school rank. But a student doesn't have to be a 4.0 student with the perfect SAT score in order to receive a scholarship at an institution.
Are there any advantages to enrolling in a state university such as IUP versus an out-of-state university?
When a student takes a look at a school such as IUP, they're looking first of all at the academic quality because of being a state-owned institution and being supported by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. The state university has the advantage of having that additional resource to provide outstanding faculty and outstanding educational facilities. In addition to that, and probably one of the main issues that we're talking about today would be the cost. The cost of the tuition and fees at a state-supported school is significantly less than it would be at a private institution or at an out-of-state institution. As a resident of Pennsylvania, a person who is coming to IUP from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is paying what we call an in-state rate, which is about half of what an out-of-state student would pay to attend here. So the savings are significant. Over a 4-year period of time, that savings will be well into the thousands of dollars.
You know, while parents are trying to get financially fit to send their children to college, what's the best way to position their assets so that they can obtain financial aid from the government?
When parents look at what they should do with their assets are best set aside if they are put into a retirement account. If it's in a retirement account, the asset is not considered as part of a resource for financial aid. That is one of the best places to have their assets.
What are some of the most common missteps that potential students or their families make when they're getting involved in the financial aid process?
Many families feel that they would not qualify, not be eligible for financial aid. When they think of financial aid, they're only looking at grants and scholarships rather than considering loans, etc. We encourage all families to submit the financial aid application. We suggest that all families pay attention to the deadlines. The second major issue that we have with families is they occasionally miss the deadline for submitting an application. It's important that the individual parent would be looking at the deadline for the educational institution that the student would be attending. At IUP, we encourage all of our students to submit their financial aid applications by April 15th.
So folks, obviously it's very, very important for us to apply in a timely fashion, to make sure that we cover all the bases, to ensure that we've structured our own personal financial plans appropriately.
Don't wait until it's too late. Burglary, fire, hold-up, and medical alarms for your home, commercial, or industrial needs. Signalgraph Security is a local company that can provide you with the security and service you want. Signalgraph Security will custom design a system for your home or business at a reasonable price and provide you with prompt service when you need it most. At Signalgraph Security, you talk to the same people every time. So for all your security needs, and to save at least 10%, call Signalgraph Security, where your security is our concern.
Somewhere along the road, you went from a full house to an empty nest. Somewhere along the road, you went from breadwinner to babysitter, and you love it. And somewhere you found that making more money was less important than making the most of your money. At Kensington Financial Services, we understand how the road of life changes, and we offer a full range of financial planning and investment services to move you in the right direction. Kensington Financial, your planning partner.
There is a bank that makes a great addition to any small business or a great beginning for any entrepreneur, a bank that's focused on building a personal relationship with you. Enterprise Bank employs highly professional relationship managers with a vested interest in helping your business grow. They themselves are small business entrepreneurs who can empathize with the challenges of growing a small business. For your business needs, count on Enterprise Bank, the bank that is built for your business.
Is it better for parents to structure the assets that they have in, say, a 529 plan sponsored through the state, or a Coverdell Education Savings account, or a United Gifts to Minors Act account, or just blatantly under the child's Social Security number, or keep it in the parents' joint name or individual name under their Social Security numbers?
In the financial aid need analysis, the assets that are looked at under the parents are treated more generously than those that are listed under the students. The students' assets are taxed at a higher level than those of the parents, so it is always better to have the assets in the parent's name. However, it also should be pointed out that assets are not the key component. Usually it's the family income, the household size that are the most significant aspects of the family contribution calculation.
Interesting. What's your opinion of the 529 plan, the TAP plan in Pennsylvania, and the Coverdell Education Savings account?
The major advantage of all plans is that they encourage people to do their savings on a regular basis. As we see a young child being born, we understand that 18 years from now, and 18 years will go pretty quickly, that student's going to incur some educational expenses. Those educational expenses are going up every year. We would encourage families to begin planning early, regardless of what plan they use, to begin to set aside funds to help their sons and daughters meet their educational expenses.
Well, thank you, Mr. Srsic, for your insights into financial aid. It was a pleasure having you on Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents. Folks, we'll be right back, so stay with us. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome to Dinner and Wine at Lakes Roadhouse on River Road in Vandergrift. Tonight we're having a delicious zucchini parmesan, which Wanda Lake has graciously prepared for us. Hi, Ralph.
Hi, Amy. Our good friend Ray David has matched up this zucchini parm with a lovely 2002 Cabernet from Louis Martini in the Napa Valley of California. It should go very, very well and stand up against the sauce that Wanda's put together for us. I'm really looking forward to it. One thing we did do before we came to visit you tonight is we decanted the bottle. It'll help add some oxygen to the wine and bring out some of the flavors. That is good.
That is really good.
Let's try the zucchini parm.
The amount of food that Wanda puts on your plate at this restaurant.
And it tastes just like Mom used to make. Well, folks, please stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Kensington Financials, Dollars and Cents.
There is a bank that makes a great addition to any small business or a great beginning for any entrepreneur, a bank that's focused on building a personal relationship with you. Enterprise Bank employs highly professional relationship managers with a vested interest in helping your business grow. They themselves are small business entrepreneurs who can empathize with the challenges of growing a small business. For your business needs, count on Enterprise Bank, the bank that is built for your business.
AKLC Studios, professional quality at hometown prices.
When we have dance recitals, it's important to capture the memories of our dance shows for the students to keep for their families. For the past 3 years, I have used AKLC Studios. They have provided quality videos at an affordable price that my dance studio can afford. I cherish these videos with my students.
Experience the same great service and exceptional product that you can expect for all of our video production services.
For more information on applying for financial aid or college investment planning, call Kensington Financial Services at 724-334-1950, email us at info@kensingtonfinancial.com, or stop by our offices at 2664 Leechburg Road, Lower Borough.
Welcome back to Kensington Financials Dollars and Cents. Today we're here at the great Indiana University of Pennsylvania talking about the costs of higher education.
You know, Ralph, I've had the chance to spend some time with you and your wife, Stephanie, and your two lovely daughters, Morgan and Madison. And you know, those kids are so smart. I mean, exceptionally bright.
Okay. Why, thank you, Amy.
Well, here's something to think about for your budding Ivy Leaguers. Harvard University's annual tuition is more than $27,000, and another $12,000 in room, board, and fees. That's about 40 grand a year, and you'll have two in college at the same time, right?
Yeah. Hey, Amy, have mercy. How about we try another college?
Okay. How about the University of Pittsburgh or Penn State, both at about $18,000 all-inclusive per year for in-state students? Or even here at IUP, where an in-state student can expect to pay more than $10,000 per year all-inclusive.
I think I know what you're getting at, Amy. I hear it from my clients all the time. They see these staggering college tuition figures, which seem to go up all the time, and they wonder where they're going to be able to get this money. So today I'd really like to talk about some of the ways to incorporate savings for college into your financial plan.
Well, I have a question. How do I know when to start saving? And I don't even know how much it will cost.
That certainly is a very valid, a very good question, Amy. There are ways for us to estimate what the cost of an average four-year degree is going to be out at any point in the future. Of course, we're not going to be able to come up with an exact figure, but it is a number that we can use to work from when we're doing a financial plan for our clients, for someone in the Kensington family. As far as when to start saving for the cost of a college education, for my daughters, I think that's a good example. When they were born, the Social Security Administration issued them Social Security numbers right on the spot. So we started putting money away a little bit every month into college savings plans for them almost immediately.
But how do you know how much to budget every month for that?
Well, as part of an overall financial plan, there certainly are some mechanisms for us to use, some ways for us to prioritize what is most important for a family, to decide where saving for college fits into the overall financial picture for any family. And every family is a little bit different, and a lot of this has to do with personal preference, personal beliefs, what they think is the most important thing in their lives at that particular time. But The numbers are compelling in that if we take advantage of the long period of time that we probably have before our kids are going to start college, it's actually very possible to start with a fairly small amount of money if we invest it properly and appropriately and do it on a monthly basis.
Well, how about this? I know some families can't even save a little bit of money every month and probably never will be able to. What are the options for those types of people?
Well, there are a number of different ways when a child is nearing college that they can use to help fund the overall costs of an education. Those include everything from scholarships, scholarship opportunities, both private and public, to grants that are offered either locally or from the state. And it also includes things like being able to go to the state government for some very, very low-cost loans. So there are additional options that exist, especially if we don't have a whole lot of money to throw around to invest for the costs of the education.
Well, how can I structure my savings so that the tax man won't kill me when I do take the money out?
There are a number of different options that exist in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Amy. Primarily a college education or a Coverdell education savings account and a 529 plan. The federal government sponsors the Coverdell education savings account, and the best way I can explain this is to mention that it's really a vehicle, and inside that vehicle we can put in any kind of an investment that we'd like to use. It can be anything from stocks to bonds to mutual funds, and you can get as aggressive or stay as conservative as you'd like. It's really up to each individual client. The tax benefits here are that as the money is in the account and stays in the account, it grows tax-free. And if the funds are used for the costs of a qualified education, the money that's pulled from the account is not taxed, and of course there are no penalties. By the time the child reaches their mid-30s, they must have used the funds from the Coverdell account for the costs of the education. If they have not done so, the government requires that they take a distribution from the account. Thankfully, though, all they have to do is pay taxes on the growth. Again, there's no penalty. The 529 savings plan, sponsored by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, is a different way to essentially accomplish the same goals. It has the same overall benefits as the Coverdell Education Savings Account, except the amount of money that we can put into the TSP is much, much greater on an annual basis. What I mean is that for the Coverdell account, we are limited to only $2,000 per year per child. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's tuition assistance program, the 529 plan, allows us to put in significantly greater dollars on an annual basis to help us save for a college education.
Ralph, that is so much information to remember. Is there any easier way that I could get some help with this?
Pick up the phone and call us at Kensington Financial, 724-334-1950, or of course you can always drop us an email, info@kensingtonfinancial.com. We will certainly help you or anyone walk through all the options and decide on a course of action that's going to be most beneficial for you and for your family. And there are even more ways to put money away for college that we haven't even discussed this evening. So what we do is we sit down, have a cup of coffee, and figure out the best way to work through the whole thing.
And we'll be right back.
Tired of struggling with uncomfortable, frustrating hearing aids? Are you ready to experience natural sound again? Well, Vivatone is your answer, a revolutionary new hearing aid that gives you the natural sound without the whistling and echo and noise that you're used to. And unlike many other traditional hearing aids, Vivatone doesn't require the creation of ear molds. To feel the immediate difference, visit Remetta Audiology for a no-obligation trial and ask about saving 20% on Vivatone.
Sponsored in part by Emeritus Variable Life Insurance Company, providing variable life and variable annuities since 1983. Emeritus Variable Life is a unified company.
Indiana University of Pennsylvania is recognized for its combination of academic excellence and affordable prices. IUP provides an intellectually challenging experience to nearly 14,000 students at the university's 3 campuses, all easily accessible from the Allegheny Valley and surrounding areas. IUP's primary campus is located in Indiana, Pennsylvania, a safe, friendly community in easy reach of a wide range of outdoor activities. Academic offerings include more than 100 undergraduate majors, more than 40 master's degree programs, and 8 programs leading to doctoral degrees. IUP's range of opportunities are characteristic of a big university, yet at IUP, close one-to-one relationships are the hallmark quality of instruction, and a strong sense of community prevails. Indiana University of Pennsylvania, the perfect fit for you.
The Laura Phillips Memorial Scholarship's purpose is to provide a living legacy to the brief yet poignant life of my sister, Laura Lee Phillips, by offering assistance to talented and deserving students who choose to attend Indiana University of Pennsylvania. The scholarship itself shows preference to students who wish to pursue degrees in liberal and fine arts and music, and it also shows preference to students who are graduating from high schools in the Allegheny Valley region. Laura was a bright and talented young woman with unlimited promise and potential. She was tragically killed in an automobile accident in March of 1987. During her life, she distinguished herself as an artist in a variety of mediums, including music, drama, and literature, and was an active member of her high school and college choruses. Laura was a soloist for the Penn State New Kensington Stage Band, and she possessed a loving and generous nature, demonstrating deep compassion through her participation in numerous church activities and her role as a candy striper at Citizens General Hospital in New Kensington. At the time of her death, Laura was a sophomore at the New Kensington campus of Penn State University and was in the process of transferring to IUP for her junior year. The Laura Phillips Foundation Trust has chosen to establish this scholarship to honor Laura's life and character by assisting other young people in their quest to fulfill their educational and personal dreams and ambitions. For more information on the Laura Phillips Memorial Scholarship at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, or to get an application, please call the Foundation at 724-334-1950. Drop us an email at info@lauralee.org. You can even stop by our offices at 2664 Leechburg Road in Lower Borough. Thank you. Unfortunately, folks, that's all the time we have for this evening. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we look forward to visiting with you next week. Special thanks to my co-host, Ms. Amy Tattern, and our guest this evening, Mr. William Srsic, Associate Director of Financial Aid at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Folks, thank you very much for watching Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents.
Bye, everyone.
Some light on the...
We'll take a look at how parents can pay. Oops. Sorry. So sorry.
Good evening. Hello, I'm Ralph Phillips, and welcome to Kensington Financial's Dollars and Cents.
I don't know what to say. Do you still need me to talk more? Are you listening to me?
Okay. Let's try this again.
How do you know that?
Rolled under the bus by the boss. The lovely and talented Amy Tattern will now attempt to say, "We'll be right back."
I just will be right back, or... I know. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Do we still have enough? Do we have enough time? I can ask Bill this
Put that
question
on.
on camera. Okay.